Hi, it's Kathy. I just want to drop in on the last day of June to get my third video up and let you know what's going on. First of all, about my car. My car is gone. When I hit that pothole on Engle Road, my car was rusted up underneath a little bit. I mean, probably a whole lot, but it is a 92. But the frame broke away from the strut and twisted. And to get a new frame on my car is anywhere between $8,000 and $11,000. So that ain't happening. So just new headlight, new headliner, new battery tray, new all the stuff I've been doing for the car over the last 8 months. It's no good now. So I'm selling it for scrap. Everybody wants my engine. It's that Buick 3.8 liter Series 1 engine that never dies. But, I just don't have the time with the surgery coming up and everything else to shop around and, price it out and all this kind of stuff. So I had taken it to Hires to get them to fix. I kept hearing a noise. Well, when they put that thing on the lift and saw the frame the way it was, the noise didn't matter anymore because it was just I couldn't drive it. So I am glad I had it towed to the repair shop. So anyhow, had it towed back home, put it in the garage, so the car is gone. Well, we'll be gone tomorrow. They're coming to pick it up. And out of the car is 33 years old now. 144,000 miles, which is really, really good. I'm only the second owner. I've had the car for 20 plus years. How long have I had it? I've had that car since 1999. Wow. Anyway, it was good to me. I was good to it. Yeah, that's kind of how that happens. So they're coming to pick it up tomorrow, and out of all those years, I get $259 for my car. And I can't afford a new one. I can't afford a new one. I can't afford a used one. So I guess it'll be CityLink for me, which is okay. It goes everywhere I need to go. Something comes up with Patty. We talked about that before. We'll call 911. I'll hitch a ride with them, and then we'll figure out the ride home after that. So, let me turn this fan down here. There we go. Sorry, I got to have a fan on. There's that. No more car. 67 years old and carless. But anyhow, that is how things stand with that. Now, my shoulder surgery is a week from today. And I finished my PT. I had 5 visits of PT. And he did the final measurements today. And I did all the homework every day, just like they gave me the little sheet to do in between visits. I did it all. I only missed 2 days of doing it. I doubled my strength. More than doubled my strength with 5 visits and doing my homework. So I can raise my arm. There's some things I can't do on the inside. I can't move my arm out like this way, all the way. I can't do that. I mean, that's still active. That's going to be active until he fixes it, I reckon. But, and my left arm has calmed down because at last attempt at PT, they asked me to lay on my side. I said, I can't really lay on my side. Oh, we'll make you comfortable, da-da-da. And it took a week and a half to straighten that out. I had to just leave that side completely alone, and take my Tylenol and rest and heat and ice and heat and ice, and that it's a little more comfortable, but it's. I went back to him last Friday to get a shot in my left arm, since this was going to be the only arm I could use after surgery. And he checked it out. He already has the X-rays. He looked at the X-rays again, and then he was like pushing in the back. He goes, "Now, if the pain is in the front, it's AC joint. If the pain is in the back," and then he really pushed down hard on it. He goes, I went, "Whoa!" He goes, "It's a rotator cuff problem." I'm like, "Oh, great." So I should have asked him, "Do you want me to get an MRI on that one before I get the hardware in here? I can't have an MRI again." But I didn't ask him. I don't know. But anyway, as soon as this one heals up, which is like a full year, then we're going to do this one. If I still have insurance, because the big, beautiful bill may as well be called Premeditated Murder Act of 2025, is about to get passed. The Senate still has it right now, and they're wrangling left and right about it, but I don't know. What can we do about it? What? 65% of the population put that sucker in office because they believed his lies. So I don't know what's going to happen. I guess we'll find out. I stayed up for the 14 hours to hear that whole bill being read on the floor of the Senate, because the Dems made them read the entire bill out loud. And it took about 14 hours from start to finish. And I stayed up and I listened to every single bit of it. And they're going to be canceling Medicare Advantage. They're going to be canceling Medicaid expansions. They're going to be requiring single people on Medicaid to work 20 hours a week if they're able-bodied or enough or whatever. If they want me to work 20 hours a week, I can't. So, but I was disabled before I came on to Medicare, so I don't think it's going to affect me and Patty that way. But if they stop the Medicaid and all the medications, and her specialty medication for her heart, which is called Milrinone, without that medicine, she's gone in 72 hours. That's how critical it is to her lifeline. And she has been pretty stable, all things considered. She's already blown past the door of, "You're only going to live till next August." And she's blown past that, and, next month will be 2 years. She's blown past that. So, I think your attitude has everything to do with your longevity in most cases. So, we're staying positive for Patty. And I know she's worried about it. She's watching C-SPAN like a hawk to see what they're going to do. She was listening to them read the bill. I don't know if she got through the whole 14 hours or whatever it was, but, I did. I stayed up. I fell asleep in my chair, and then when I woke up, I rewound it to start back off where I know I fell asleep to hear it all. And I just don't know what to think about that, other than what I think about that, which is, we don't have near enough time to tell you everything I think about that. But in that bill, if you have a child that's 7 years old, over 7 years old, they are now not known as a dependent child, because they can work. They can work. Put your 7-year-old to work, they say. You know why that's for? They want them to go work in the fields. We'll give you an ag job. So pennies a bushel or whatever it is. But a 7-year-old is no longer, you can't even take them off on your taxes as a dependent child. That was interesting. to hear. But anyway, I want to get this out before midnight came up. So I love you all, and I want you to take good care of yourself. There's my thumbnail. I hope they choose that for a thumbnail. Anyway, talk to you soon. They pick up my car tomorrow. Surgery is next Monday, and we'll see how that all shakes out. Love you. Leave a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed before, okay. If you want to, you can. Talk to you later. Bye.